So you're newly married. First off, a huge congratulations. Now the fun really begins. You're about to make one of the first big, exciting decisions as a couple, picking out your first home together. Today, we're going to talk about why starting small might just be the smartest move you can possibly make.
It's such a whirlwind, right? So much joy, so much planning. But after the wedding dust settles, that one big question pops up. Where do we actually start our new life? It can feel like a lot, but what if the perfect start isn't what we've all been told it is? Okay, let's get into it.
So let's just dive right in and tackle a huge myth that a lot of us grow up believing. It's this idea that as soon as you tie the knot, you've got to go big or go home. And I mean literally when it comes to your first apartment.
We see it all the time in movies. We hear it from family. The dream is always painted as this big, spacious apartment, right? Multiple rooms, tons of storage, all this space to grow into. It just seems like the logical next step, the ultimate sign that you've started a new chapter. But let's get real for a second.
And this is where things get really interesting. You expect all this freedom, all this space. But the reality? Well, more space usually just means more stuff to clean, way higher electricity bills, and the financial pressure of a bigger rent payment, especially right after you've paid for a wedding. That dream can turn into a source of stress, and fast.
So if bigger isn't always better, then what's the alternative? Well, let's talk about a much smarter way to start, something we're going to call the studio solution.
And this really gets to the heart of it. The studio solution is not about settling for less, not at all. It's an active, really intelligent choice to put what truly matters first in the early days of your marriage, building a strong foundation without all the unnecessary financial and housekeeping baggage.
This is so important to remember. It's a total mindset shift. This isn't a compromise. It's a strategic move. It's designed to set you both up for long-term success, not just with your finances, but as a couple.
All right, so let's break down how this choice actually helps you build a better beginning. What are the real day-to-day benefits of focusing on more life and a little less house?
Okay, first things first, let's talk money. Weddings are expensive, we all know that. Starting your marriage with less financial stress is honestly one of the greatest gifts you can give each other. A studio apartment immediately puts you in a much healthier spot financially.
I mean, just think about what that extra money from a lower rent payment can do for you. You can start saving for a down payment on a bigger home later on. You can actually afford to travel, to invest in hobbies you both love, and you can build up a financial safety net. It even means you can afford to live in an amazing, prime location like Bashundhara R without paying that premium price for a huge space.
This idea right here perfectly captures the next huge benefit. See, it's not just about saving money. It's about saving something you can never get back, your time.
I mean, it's simple math. A smaller space is just easier to manage. Cleaning takes a fraction of the time, there's less stuff to organize, and it kind of naturally encourages you to avoid clutter. This means your weekends are for actually enjoying each other's company, not for doing endless chores. That simplicity is such a huge relief when you're both just getting used to your new life together.
But you know, it's not just about the practical stuff. Beyond all that, there's a really powerful emotional benefit here. A smaller, cozier space can actually do wonders for your connection as a new couple. Think about it. When you share a single living area, you just naturally spend more quality time together. You talk more, you cook together, you exist in the same environment. It helps you avoid that common trap where couples end up retreating to separate rooms and, before you know it, are living kind of separate lives. In a studio, you're building your life together, intertwined, and that strengthens that essential emotional bond.
And look, choosing a smaller apartment does not mean you have to compromise on your lifestyle. In fact, it often lets you get into a better, more convenient location. Let's just take Bashundhara residential area as a perfect example of this.
Living here means you get top-notch security, really well-planned infrastructure, and basically everything you need is just a few minutes away. We're talking shopping, cafes, great restaurants, and essential services like hospitals. So your home might be compact, but your whole world is large and full of convenience.
All right, let's just put it all on the table, side by side. When you look at it this way, the logic is just crystal clear. Lower rent, quicker maintenance, a cozy space instead of an excessive one, and lower utility bills. For a newly married couple, the advantages of a studio apartment are pretty hard to argue with. It's a clear win in just about every practical category. Now, this is maybe the most important thing to remember. This isn't your forever home. Think of the studio apartment as the perfect launch pad for your future together. It's not the final destination. See, this is your chance to build a rock-solid financial base, while you're also learning how you both operate in a shared space. You'll figure out each other's habits, learn how to communicate and compromise, and you'll plan your next move from a position of real strength and unity. It's like the ultimate training ground for the rest of your lives.
And when you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple but honestly pretty profound truth. The quality of your life is never measured in square feet. It's measured in the moments you create, the foundation you build.
And at the end of the day, it's about the person you share it all with. A studio apartment puts the focus right back where it belongs, on your connection and on your shared journey. So you have to ask yourself, what's more valuable, an extra bedroom or a stronger beginning?
So, if starting smart in a fantastic place like Bashundhara R sounds right for you, there are some great resources out there. For this explainer, we gathered info from reliable sites like banglamart.com and hotels.com.bd, which are great for finding furnished apartments. If you want to start your own search, you can give the number on your screen a call or check out their website. Thanks for joining us.